we'll give you a lot of tips and techniques for successful petition for EB1. So, like all legal matters, evidence is the number one important issue for like a successful petition or case or application, whatever you call it. So evidence is very, very important. A lot of time, as I just said, like a lot of people, they come to us, they take our service, and we see that they're not well prepared. So how to be prepared? First of all, you must have a website on your own. So let's say your name is Mr. X. So, mrx.com or some website. And your website must be very well maintained. It should be like a very neat and clean, very well maintained website. At the same time, I advise everybody to take some SEO services to make sure that anytime anybody search, Mr. X in Google, your website will pop up on the top. At the same time, it's very easy. It should what is called downlink. I think they call it downlink. The downlink rate should be very high. It should be very easy to go to your website. So in total, it should be like a very well maintained, a very good SEO based website. So having a very good website is very important for your success. The next thing I'll say, Wikipedia. Wikipedia is also another important place where people get a lot of information. So I advise you to have like a profile in Wikipedia. So I know that, in most cases, you are not allowed to write your profile by yourself. There are some authorized writer for Wikipedia. So try to find those people. And if they charge you some money, I advise you to pay them. And, whatever the requirements, follow the requirements, have a entry, have a profile in Wikipedia. That will definitely help you in EB1 journey. The next one is clean up Google search results. So, we human being, we have a lot of like negative things. So let's say if I Google your name, if any bad, bad comments, bad review, bad news come about you, that is going to harm your application. So there are some companies, they can clean up your Google search results. Work with them. Try to make sure that anytime anybody search your name in Google, all the good things are coming up on the top. If there's any scandal, any negative thing, it will be like probably second page, third page, fourth page. And some companies, some IT people, they can do that, take their service. The last one in this slide, I'm going to say that you must have presence in Facebook page, YouTube, LinkedIn. You must have a Facebook page, and also the Facebook page should be well maintained. I advise you to hire a social media manager to do all these things, because as an extraordinary ability person, you may not have time to do this. By the way, sorry, I forget to tell that. So the EB1 category is for extraordinary ability people, those who are very established, very celebrity in their field. So most of them are very busy. I totally understand. You may not have time to maintain a Facebook page, YouTube channel, LinkedIn page. So hire a social media manager, ask him or her to maintain all those things, so that you have a very good digital footprint. You have a very good digital presence, because at the end of the day, when we write your petition, when we send it to USCIS, the USCIS officer, like most of the human beings, they're also lazy. They don't have time to do like a extensive check on your background. What they do, they just write your name in Google, do a very basic search. If all the good things, like a very good website, very good Wikipedia page, a very clean Google search result, a very good Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn pop up on the top, most likely your case would be approved. So, many of you already know that to be qualified for EB1, you must be qualified for 3 of the 10 criteria. So right now, I'm going to, one by one criteria and telling you what evidence you must have to have a very successful EB1 case. First of all, it must, so, the first one is national or international prize or award. A lot of people, they misunderstand it. They say, oh, I was very famous. Some organization gave me like, lifetime achievement or honorary awards. Those are not qualified for national or international prize or award. It must be a competitive award, meaning like Oscar award, like a Nobel Prize. I know those are like super, big prizes. You don't have to get all those big prizes, even though it's a small prize, but it must be national. It cannot be, like a very regional or very small scale award. It must be national or international, and it must be a competitive award. It cannot be an honorary award. Also, you must have enough evidence. I saw that many people, they received award, but they don't have any evidence. Probably, in the award giving ceremony, they did not take any picture, or there is no certificate, or there is no email or anything. So you must have a very good picture. You must have certificate. You must have like some kind of evidence that you received this award. Also, the organization who are giving this award, they must have a good digital footprint. So let's say if I talk in Bangladeshi context, Meril Prathamalo Award is a very prestigious national award, and they have a good website. If anytime if I go to their website, I can find information about them. However, a lot of organizations, they're very renowned too, but they don't have a good digital footprint. They don't have good website or other thing. So ask the organization to have a good digital footprint, as well as you also have a very good digital footprint. And if your picture, the picture that you're receiving award or receiving certificate, if that picture is visible in the organization's website, that is the best case scenario. That will definitely help you. So I advise you to do all these things. Membership in association in the field which demand outstanding achievement of their members. Here in the field is very tricky. A lot of people, so let's say I'm a very good musician and like I'm a very good singer, but I have a membership in an association that has no connection with music, or being a singer. That is not going to help me. If I claim that I'm an extraordinary person in music, the association where I'm member must be in the field of music. I cannot be member of the association of like a cricket cricket game or something. I can be member of that organization. There's no problem with that, but I cannot claim that in my EB1 application. So the bottom line is the membership must be in the field where you are claiming your EB1 extraordinary ability. Another thing, outstanding achievement of their members, meaning it cannot be like a very regular kind of organization, where you association or something where you're a member. The organization, the association itself should be in a way that you must have outstanding achievements to be member of the organization, meaning not like a random person can just go and become member of that organization. The membership itself must be that only outstanding achievements people can be member of that organization. So please remember these two things. It must be in the field, and also outstanding achievements of their members must be established with enough evidence. Again, if that association or organization do not have website or other digital footprint, it's very hard for us to establish all this thing. So request that association, ask the association to have a very good digital footprint. Throughout this presentation today, I'll talk a lot about digital footprint. Trust me, it's very important. Digital footprint is very important nowadays for any kind of success. Next slide, please. All right, published material about you. This is also another very significant criteria to be qualified and to be approved as an EB1 extraordinary ability person. There must be published material about you in major media. So a lot of people, again, I'm giving an example from Bangladesh. A lot of people, they have there's a published article about them in like a Bengali newspaper, or like a very small kind of newspaper, or sometimes like a very small magazine. Usually those are not very helpful. Try your best to have published material on you in English newspaper, because if there's a article about you in English newspaper, it's very easy for USCIS officer to Google it, find it online, read it. If it is in a foreign language like Bengali or Hindi or other language, of course we can translate it, submit a translated copy with the application. However, USCIS officer will trust more if there is an article about you in an English newspaper, where they can just go to online and read the article. And also talk to that newspaper if possible, and ask them to SEO that particular article about you. If anybody search, do some Google search on your with your name, and if the newspaper article pop up on the top, that's really going to help you. So focus more on English newspaper article plus SEO. Also, it doesn't have to be newspaper only. It says published material about you, and it can be in YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn. Even though YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn is like a social media, but it's still a media. And nowadays it's a very influential, very like a worldwide kind of media. So please do not underestimate the power of YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. try your best to have a very good presence in these social media platforms. Judge the work of others. This is another very significant criteria for EB1 extraordinary ability person. And again, digital evidence is very important. So let's say a organization called or like a competition called ABC competition, they invited you to be the judge. And if they have a website, if they have your picture and the kind of judgment you did, all this thing in their website, this is going to help you. Same thing, digital footprint is very important. Your original contribution. Again, like a lot of us, we have like a lot of contribution in different organizations in different field. But sometime when I start working with my clients, I see that they do not have any evidence. Please try to have as much evidence as possible. Even before start working with EB1 case, I advise you to watch this video, try to gather as much evidence as possible even before contacting any attorney. That will really give you confidence. At the same time, it will be easy for the attorney to work with your case, present your case in a very good way so that your application will be approved. Authorship of a scholarly article. Same thing, it must be same thing like a digital footprint, but it must be scholarly articles. A lot of people, they misunderstand it. They say, oh, I have published a short story or like something in like a small magazine or something. I say that no, that will not qualify for this criteria. It must be a scholarly article. So if it is published in a peer-reviewed journal, that's awesome, that's the best. However, if it is not a peer-reviewed journal, that's okay. It can be in like a newspaper, but the article itself must be scholarly article. There must be some kind of scholarship, and I'm not going that detail into what is scholarship, what is not, because if you think you are going to be qualified for EB1A, you must know what is the scholarship and what is not. I'm not going that detail about that thing. Your work has been displayed at artistic exhibition or showcase. In most of the time, in most case, people think, oh, it must be like art exhibition, like a physical art exhibition. If it is a physical art exhibition, that is, of course, it's good. There is no question about that. However, if your work has been displayed in YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, that also okay. So again, please do not underestimate the power of social media. And if your work, no matter what is the work, has been displayed in YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, or other social media like Instagram or something, that will also qualify for this criteria. Your performance of a leading or critical role in distinguished organizations. Same thing, digital footprint, digital evidence of that organization and your contribution. If that is evidenced in Google search, that will going to help you. Your commercial success, again, digital evidence. The more digital evidence we can get is better for you. You command a high salary, same thing. If you command a high salary from any kind of work, any kind of organization, and if you have digital evidence, that is good. That is good for your case.